Hello, this is Jan from Red Toad Art Studio, and today we are going to make an envelope for our Aguatober Journal. So, if you haven't already, you will probably want to download our Aguatober bundle. It has pages to use in your journal, coloring pages, and it also has patterns. And for this video, we are going to take this larger envelope and make it. So after you've printed this, the first thing you'll want to do is cut out this page and the page that says inside decorative piece for your envelope. We have this extra piece for paper that is white on the other side. Now if you have a paper that's patterned on both sides, you probably can do without that. So I'm going to get these cut out. Alright, here are my cutouts. Now I want to make my envelope, outside of my envelope, out of this paper. And if you notice, it's white on the back side. So, do I want my stripes going across the front or up and down? I think up and down. I hope that's a good decision. I haven't made one out of this paper before, so we'll find out, won't we? So, I'm going to lay my pattern here, and then I'm going to trace around it. And now I'm going to cut this piece out. When you cut things like this out and you have pieces of paper left, don't throw these away, keep them. It's not a whole piece, but you can use it. Some of those other envelopes we made in our other videos would fit on here perfect. Or this would be perfect on bookmarks, tags, all kinds of things. So keep your scraps. And especially the scraps of things you use for one thing in your journal, and then maybe you can match it for something else in your journal. Okay, let's also find a matching piece of paper. I think this will do just fine. And let's draw this out. Now, okay, traced. Let's cut this out. This paper is almost a cardstock. It'd be nice for tags. Alright, let's fold this thing. Now there is a little difference between the top flap and the bottom flap. So you might want to check it out with your pattern. This is the bottom. And we want to turn the wrong side up. See, like this? Whoops. I think it's like this. Like this. Bottom down here, top up here, folds to the side. So now, like in our other envelopes, where these corners meet is where we want to bend up. And we want to be sure to be right on those corners. It's so easy to go a little too far and tear the corner. So this comes up. These go over. Be sure we're straight all along there. Now you can either glue like this, or you can glue it like this. And then this is the top flap. Now I have to decide. I'm not sure. I think I like these on the inside best with this coming up. And then that looks nice when it's folded over. Yes. And this makes, when it's glued, a nice little envelope. And then, after it's glued, we will slip, and maybe we should do that first, this in there. I'm not sure that I like the way that white is, but let's go ahead and do it anyway. If that had been decorative paper, it would have looked a lot better, wouldn't it? This way. And it just makes a neat little thing right there. So, I think maybe that should be glued in before we glue everything together. Hope I'm doing this under the camera. Probably about time for me to stop recording. My brain's getting a little fuzzy. Yeah, so I'm going to glue that right in there. These envelopes are all so easy to make. Okay, pick the fold where this folds. There we go. I glued a little crooked. You be more careful than I just was. I wasn't careful enough. Alright, now I need to fold the bottom flap. No, I want these on the inside, don't I? We want to fold this over. Don't put glue on these yet. You want to glue this up. So just glue the edges here. We will just put a little bit of glue on these edges. Glue those up, and there we go. We have an envelope. This is an envelope you could put like this on a page. Let's see how this will fit in our book. We could put, yeah, it'll fit like that, and then we could stick some things in it. We could put like something like that in our envelope and have it sticking there. This would go better. The tag we made earlier would look neat stuck there. Or if we want to keep some small stickers, we probably would need to maybe paper clip that closed or something if we want it closed. We could glue it closed, but then we couldn't get in and out. It could also go in like this, or like this, or like this, or at the bottom of a page. You could do a lot of things with this. Just be a little careful about putting this in because I didn't do so good. And if you'd like this to cover everything, you could draw you a new little pattern that was as wide as this. But I think that's just fine. So, I don't want to glue it in yet because I'm going to do that in October. So, there is another neat envelope. Let's put some decorations on this before we quit. It's a little bear. Let's put our little ghost on it. I haven't used him on anything yet. It's about time my little ghosty had a place to live. So let's cut him out. Now I'm using a napkin here. And when it comes apart like this so easily, it's usually a good idea to go ahead and pull these apart. Now you'll have to be very gentle with it because it tears so easy. There we go. Single ply of napkin. Should we put it here? Or should we put him popping out of the envelope? Like that. But of course, if we put something in there, it will hide him, won't it? So I guess maybe I better just put him down here. Like that. All right. So I need to put my glue on him. Now he is fragile. He's as fragile as a ghost right now because this single ply of napkin is so fragile. We have to be very careful. And it wrinkles super easy. And I just tore it. Let's see. You know what? He's a ghost after all. I'm kind of thinking if you have little kids doing this, that they not try to do the napkin because it's pretty hard to get on without tearing. Or you might want to do it for them. But just have plenty of other stickers around, and there'll be plenty for the younger ones to do. He's even a see-through little ghosty. He's so thin. Now I'm going to cut the edges off. We could bend it over. Do I want to bend it over? You know, I think I'll just bend him over here. Get under the camera so you can see. Now, if you want more stability to these, you could always put Mod Podge over them and let them dry. But I think it'll be okay in my journal. Without that, it will be inside my journal. But that is entirely up to you, what you would like to do. So there's my little envelope. Yes, he's peeking out when we shut it, but we most likely won't shut it. We'll probably put it in our page and stick bookmarks and stuff in it. Now, if you don't like this white here, which I really don't, you could take a marker, probably a black marker, and just color this in. Do you want to see what that would look like? Let's see real quick if we like that, so you will know. I would suggest, though, that if you have double-sided paper that's decorated on both sides, that you use that for this. And then you'll have a pattern on the inside, too. But, you know, this looks like a good way to fix it. There we go. So what do you think? If you like that black on there better, and I think I do, you can always use your markers. And it doesn't have to be black. You could do it any color you want. Now, it might come through a little bit. Be aware of that. You know what markers do, but that won't show much. So there we go. I hope you have enjoyed making this envelope, and we'll be back with you. So bye-bye for now.